Okay boys, Sean Gottliebson here, looking at your 11-10 game, Diamond Valley 1, referees Michael Coccetti and Brad Sheehy. Pretty strong pre-game, nicely structured, not too much of a concern there. We did talk about 5-6. Michael, you've got to concentrate on that in your pre-game. You can't just simply have to cop out and say that I don't like it, so I'm not going to go there. It's a direction of the nation that we need to see you guys going over to 5-6 more often, so make sure you include that in your pre-game from now on. First quarter was pretty good. Didn't really have much of an issue with your calls or anything. I think you pair very well together, and because of your strong pre-game, you went out onto the floor with a strong direction as to what you were and were going to call. So good job. Let's get into the second quarter and have a bit of a look. Okay, Brad, first calls for you. We talked about this one, yellow 50. The contact made on the steal was decent enough to warrant a foul call. Just have a look at your trail position as discussed. Need to get a little bit higher, and you'll see that every day of the week, and wouldn't expect you to have many issues making the call with the correct position. So again, a little bit higher and you'll get that call, no problems. Okay Brad, this time you're in lead. You've made a bum screen call, which is fine. It's a point of emphasis, and I know we talked about it, but as we discussed, just want to take into consideration who causes the contact. And the video is not clear, but we did discuss whether or not the contact was actually caused by the other offensive player, the other defensive player. And if that was the case, then you may consider a no call on the situation, but I'll give it the benefit of the doubt given the video angle. Michael, call made from trail for you here. Call's fine, not an issue with the call. This is one of many clips we could have put in to highlight your trail position being a little bit too high. So just adjust your trail position, penetrate the foul line so that we make those rebounding calls. Okay, 5-6 is something you said you wanted to have a look at in the pre-game, both of you. This is one of those situations where I did suggest you could have gone over a little bit earlier, Brad, but eventually we get there. That's fine, get to 5-6, hang around, no call, play on. Alright, we're having a look at a call on yellow 45. Good no call initially, and then you make the rebounding call from lead, Brad, for him coming over the back. As discussed, let's have another look at it. I would suggest that the South Sydney player causes the contact. 45 tries to jump straight up, and the South Sydney player walks himself underneath. Call should have been on the other player. Michael, one for you. Again, yellow 45 featuring. We end up making an offensive foul call on him. As discussed here, the North Sydney player actually has a hold of his left arm, which you've been blindsided by, and clearly pulls him away. Foul on the wrong player. Now this next one's a tough call, and I challenge you to make it. This is the basket interference after the foul call on the drive to the hoop. Player jumps up, hits the backboard clearly moving, and I would challenge you to make that call as basket interference. That will assist us in stopping players from doing that. He makes no attempt to block the shot, he just jumps up and smacks the backboard. Okay, Werribee number 45 featuring again, top of the key this time. He's going to get flung off the ball. Brad, this is your call from lead, should have had that one. Would expect you to have a whistle on that off the ball. The potential is that we end up getting a bit of a fight happening or something along those lines because he's been flung. But definitely expect you to have that whistle. Brad, another 5-6 scenario you asked me to highlight for you. This one again, you probably should have come across just a little bit earlier. You come a little bit too late, you should be there now. You come a little bit too late, but you stay and you don't go back, and that's a good part of that. So just move over a little bit earlier on that play. Right, point of emphasis scenario for you gentlemen. Michael, when this player goes and smacks the wall in frustration, by our points of emphasis he should get a technical foul. Now Brad, we talked about the fact that you really should have seen the ball being thrown at the opposition player, which we'll have another look at now. And I would expect a technical foul definitely for throwing the ball at your opposition player. So Michael, don't leave too quick, wait until your partner's there to take over. But one of you needs to take care of that. That's a point of emphasis for the league. Okay, last one to look at, Michael, this one's for you. As discussed, compared to what we had let go through the game, this one's a little bit soft. Expect you to hold your whistle, let him have the pass out, and then a potential open shot. Bit soft, hold your whistle.